dressed 11 players tonight. Exum around the defense. Dante George. And Exum grew up in a military family, so he was born in Utah, in Layton, Utah, in the Ogden area. So it was sort of coming back home for him. Knocked down a three.
Okay. Select Canadians. Bad exchange in there. Walker has it stolen by Kyrie. Man, he whipped that baby to Exum. Checked by Walker. Double, bounces over to Exum, streaks in, lays it up and in. He's got hover ability. Gain pace. They are down 8, 2:10 remaining in the second. Exum explodes into the paint and laid it up and in. Dante Exum. Yep. 4-point Dallas lead into the lane. Dante Exum, he's having a game. Blazers are a man down as Kamara got tripped up. He's down on the floor. Now getting up, sprinting down. Exum thinks about a three. Now he'll launch a three. And the rebound recovered by Sharp. He's trying to avoid Exum in backcourt. Exum, though, bothered him enough and apparently didn't make enough contact on 5 of 8 shooting from 3. Doncic double team over to Powell. And Exum drives it to the cup, protects it with 2 hands.
Early in the season, he would get some of these same looks at times in sparing minutes, and it'd be a little short, just a little bit off the middle options, and then he skips it. Like, as an opposing coach, you feel like, well, we drew up a double team to try to get the ball out of his hand.
Hardy gets it back from Lively with 6 to shoot from the foul line. Exum on the deck, curls in the lane, got to the cup ago. Tillman was really money with that floater last year, but it's not been falling at the same rate this year. Hardy with the delivery and a nice backhanded finish. He's dealt with a series of injuries throughout his career. And now a steal and a dunk. And Dallas has its largest lead of the game. Doncic, Lawson, a clean look at a three. Exum offensive rebound. Big collision. Doncic landed on the hip. Zaire Williams trying to dig it out. Exum hits the season double. Prosper in the lane, encounters the reigning defensive player of the year, thinks better of it. Exum curls in the lane and jams. Dante Exum.
Russell working on his defense, he says, every day. Doncic fakes the three. Outside, it is a three. Prince is on him. Shot clock at 3. Doncic will maneuver. Exum will fire the triple. Has really been shooting. Switch on the defense. And he gets a third defender on him. Exum teeter-totted back and forth. Doncic. Into Jackson Hayes. What a pass. Exum, 3. Good. Back in rhythm. Doncic with 31. Hardaway's been great with 30. Kicks it out. Exum, 3. Watch Doncic. Again, he takes it in. And triple. Open. Exum, 3.
That's number 6 for Exum.
Look at the move. Hachimura in the way. Exum drives into Reeves.
In the game right now, and Luka.
Doncic, Hardaway by James in the corner. Exum 3. Bullseye.
Lines go there for the basket-shaking dunk. Now Exum with the drive. Oh, nice touch. Kyle Anderson with the shot off target.
Did you think about that as a point guard, that there were times down the court you had to get this guy a touch?
Oh! 44%. And averaging 12 a game in that time frame. Driving kick by Willie. Exum.
He's still hot.
Time to the basket.
I think what I liked the most about your pregame comments to Kid was when you gave him a scouting report.
Yeah.
Dante Exum, who hits the three. And he thanked you for that. Closing it a little harder on the Mavs and making those three-pointer attempts a little harder. I think it's a little bit of both.
To the back.
Jump stops, turns. His feet cross court, knocked down and controlled by Exum for the pick. Henderson after him, but Exum sneaks in.
Seth Curry, Exum, Hardaway Jr. You don't really know where the ball's going to land. You don't know who's going to shoot, but they all can do this. Drive you, they can shoot it.
Exum circles off the screen, a blast into the lane, scoops and scores. 4 ball games. 5 and assists, shooting the threes well. Also at 7 against the Los Angeles Lakers. From 15 feet, Exum wide. Off to Morris. He's got to make a decision. Over here to Jones. Pumps it to Exum. Pump fakes into the lane. Beautiful move as he split. It would be Kleba playing that wing, shooting those threes, but it's Morris this evening. Here's Hardaway, drops in deep. Morris the extra pass. Exum a three. Knocks it down. Dante Exum. Dante Exum now will run the show in the front court as Luka rests. A sudden move. Explodes to the...
I think he tweaked his ankle again. Yep. Looked like he just a little off kilter there. Down low, but make sure that everyone always had a body on Jokic no matter where he was on the court. Dante Exum in his electric self from 3. He opens up 2 for 2 tonight.
You're seeing all the Denver Nuggets getting on offensive action here too in the second quarter. Case the Mavericks to the basketball, and then no one can stop him when he's off and going.
Dante Exum with the down the middle to Powell, looking for the 3. Exum got it. Nuggets rotating not fast enough there, and a nice shot.
For 7 seasons in Germany. At his time in the NBA, 330 games. As Exum is in the paint to score. Under the defense, Williams. Now Exum. Exum is left wide open. 6th in NBA history in points scored.
And you add to that a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Here's a steal, a run out, and a slam. Exum. Dallas really needed that.
Yeah, they were starting to fall behind again, obviously.
Starting to sag a little bit.
Yep.
To Luka. Luka change of direction, drive, and then a late pass to Exum for the rim rocker.
Make the right play. Russ.
Coffey's out there with 5 fouls. Westbrook came over to help him against Luka. Hardaway drives, finds Exum. And Dallas. Here's a bad pass through a double team. Luka the steal. Luka leading a 4-on-1, and Exum scores. So late in the second quarter.
Yeah, he needs to be rewarded.
Yes, he does, and he got a reward of a pass. His 3-pointer on target. Rebound, Exum back up. Nicely done.
Yeah, it really was. Caught the defense off guard.
And you could see immediately after that basket went in and Tim got up that he was really frustrated. And going to...
Because I'd say about 85–90% of the people were coming down here to see what he was going to do.
Excellent
players. Wemby's very gifted and talented as a big, but he's just 19.
Excellent. Ran him 1 year collegiately at Ohio State after he went to high school in Akron at St. Vincent St. Mary's. 3 balls splashed down. Oh, good. Luka saves it into Powell.
I like the way Dwight attacked the pass.
And found Jaden Hardy. And 2 players going out. It's Exum. Dante Exum in the paint.
In this league, in spite of being on the 2-way contract.
He has had to...
A bucket and a rebound. And Grayson Allen's a guy that needs to knock down shots for this team. Baseline drive in the jam. Doncic. Double at Luka to force him to give it up. Exum. Bang.
Point Mavs lead early in the second quarter. Oh! And Exum picks the pocket of Max Strus. And Exum able to glide past George Niang and score. Within 1 possession was at 20-18 with around 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Left straight for 3. Exum! Man put it way up there. Up near the top of Reunion Tower. Dante Exum in transition. There's a 3 out of his last 4. He's got 5 made free throws tonight. Exum breaks down the defense. Oh, dip the...
1 for 8 to your point, BB, to start this game for Dallas. Williams had the first field goal of the ball game. Exum using a Dwight Powell screen. Penetrating, flipping it up and in. Tough bucket from Dante Exum, who's been on somewhat of a renaissance. 9 away from tying for most games with the consecutive games with the 3. beyond age 35.
Exum the quarter already for Anthony Edwards.
And that shot will fall for Exum. Downs 3 for 12 tonight. 10 points, 8 boards. Nice bounce pass. Exum makes it up.
At you. Doncic backing down Chris Paul. There's your double team. Exum hitting that three. He's a percent three-point shooter. He's had 2 warm-up threes. Missed them both. Shoot Exum. I'll tell you, Dante Exum, you said it. He left it off the glass. It's a great cup and ran into Andrew Wiggins. Dante Exum is lively. Getting it to Doncic. 2 men jump at him. Hardaway. Exum beat the shot clock buzzer to hit that three. Games in double figures now.
Sometimes you got to get creative offensively.
Exum on a show and go. Dante Exum right to the rim. He's a new man. Good, dropping it off to Exum. Healing in the lane. Trace played it very well, but Steph leading the way with 19. Exum put this in that finish. Yeah, let's let him beat us again. Hardaway with shot clock at 5. Exum down the lane.